Okay, so we got all of our tile cut. I pulled it all back out of here and I kind of just stacked it as I went. And so that I know that when I go back to my stack, my first piece on top of the stack is going to be right here. So you want to do that accordingly so that you make sure that you don't confuse things. Plus you have the numbers on the back. We're going with a 12 by 12 tile here. So I'm going to use a 3/8 by a 1/4 inch notch. And that's going to give me a big enough notch where I'm going to put plenty of thin set on the floor. And I'm going to be able to know that it's going to not have any hollow spots in it. Now on the bag of the thin set that you're using, it should tell you. It tells you tile sizes and then it will tell you on there exactly which notch you should use. I use the 3/8 notch most of the time. When you start getting over 13 by 13 tiles, then you want to switch it over to a 1/2 by 1/2 inch notch, which is a big notch. Smaller tiles, you can just go by that grid and it'll show you what type of notch you want to use. So now what we're going to do is, this is my first section right here. Here's the line that I'm for sure absolutely needing to see when I'm installing this. And you'll see I'm actually going to cover these lines that are running this way up as we go. Just going to spread it across the floor here and make sure we get good tracks. Now you can see how my thin set looks. When I mixed it, it's not too watery. It kind of slurs a little bit down the trawl, but not falling off where it's like water. That's about the consistency you're going to want to have. It spreads really nice. It's not too dry. You can back butter these tiles too, and I'll show you what back buttering is. When we get to the base. But you could back butter all these if you have too small of a area to get your trawl into. But really I'm looking to just get good coverage here, full coverage, and get right up to that line with my trawl. Where I'm still seeing it. But you can see how I have spread it out. And when I'm got most of the area covered, I just come back over with my trawl and make nice tracks. You want to make sure you have nice even tracks so your tile sits in there evenly. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is start putting the tile in. And my first piece goes over here. And I'm following it on this line. Now I went the bottom left-hand corner. And so I'll show you what that's going to mean when I get over here. You see right here, I got both this long line and this line is still showing. It's on this side of the line. You just need to line that corner up with this line and then this edge of the tile with that line. And that's how you know where your spacing is done. And now this tile right here, you're just going to adjust back and forth to meet up with this one, which is on that same corner. Tile does not ever come the exact same size, and this is really why we do this way. It gives you room for adjustment then. You want to press it in there, get it twisted a little bit so you know you're getting good bond with your thin set. And then what I do every once in a while, especially when I first start, I'll flip a tile up. I'll make sure I'm getting full coverage, and I am. There's not any spot there where I wasn't touching thin set. And you want to check every once in a while. And so that's how you're going to stick it in there. Now there's a couple of ways that you can make sure that this stays flat. You can use a level or some sort of a straight edge, just run it across. I'm not looking to see if it's level, I'm looking to make sure that it's flat and that there's not any ridges or gaps underneath there. So I kind of look underneath, run it along. You can do it all different ways when you get more tile in there, but here's a grout float that you're going to use. Sooner or later you're going to use this, so you'll have to have it, but you can take this and press down on the tile to twist it around. Now you can see right here, I got a lot of thin set sticking in there. So what I can do is I can squeeze these two tiles together. Let that thin set pop out. Take my finger or a sponge, wipe it off, spread it back apart, and it's gone.